So what'd you think? I mean, those are really, I hope you can see why I showed that, even though he is like dull as some of my knives at home that are dangerous. But, but oh my gosh, these are really smart things. Those are not there, but those are really smart things for us to think about. And in our cases, we don't necessarily need a magic reveal moment, although some of you may have those. To show what it is that you're making would be really smart in these presentations. So if you have something to show, even if it's a drawing or a picture of somebody else doing something, if it is pictures of, but I bet that you have pictures of things that you might like to design. And so having catalog pictures, this is the styles transition. We're not designing yet, but here's where we think we're going. For Mona, imagining store displays that are not in the log house yet, although some of them already are. Of showing how you're imagining doing some different things with the retail strategy. Those are things that aren't real yet, but there are ways to show where you are in the process. Your yarn bowls. Actually, you've been doing this on Facebook. I mean, when you put up some of your pieces when they're in process and are looking for feedback, that's useful. And having some of those pieces as part of your presentations will be so valuable to people because they want to feel and see and touch what it is that you're making and doing and trying to be. Does that make sense? Mm-hmm. So, the silent treatment, if you haven't, this is the Jennifer Ivanovich video. It is on, if you go back to the first class, it's in the Knowledge Center little portion. So if you go to the first landing page of Class 1, Mission and Vision, Jennifer's presentation and her website are listed in there. So if you want to watch her video again, check it out. And manage for yourself. It's fine if you are not comfortable presenting. Figure out what is comfortable for you and make it work for you. And if you possibly can, don't do this just for this class. Make this be something that's going to be useful, even if it's not useful in exactly this form, but something that you're going to be using again, even if it's a prototype of how to do a design process going forward or how to prototype new products going forward. That's great. That's good news. If you remember, she had materials. There was a whole folder that included some pictures of some of her pieces and essentially her business plan that said, here's how I'm going to make this happen. Here are my first customers that I'm going after, and they're hospitals. And she now has an actual studio as opposed to just working at home in Loveland, Colorado, and was the winner of the Aero Innovation Award, which was a $15,000 award given at the Cherry Creek Arts Festival in Denver for her work on this, and it is a traveling show. And when she came to the Evolve class, she had no project and expected us to tell her what her project was. So it was through that visioning and mission building part of the class that it wasn't until like her 5th class, I swear, we were like talking about money when she finally was like, I think I know what it is. It's this. It's what I'm doing. And she was able to just sort of put all of the pieces together. So for many of us in the room, we're still sort of putting the pieces together, and that is totally normal and acceptable, but it means that it's hard to make a presentation. So we want to get you some time to actually work on it. So work on for the next 10 minutes with a partner. Pick somebody who you like working with. You can fight over it amongst yourselves about who you like working with, or work in groups of 3, however you want to work. But get through an outline of what you think you want to work on. On page 21, there's a couple of cues that talks about reminding you to think about who are you making this presentation to. Start there. create your setting for what you want this presentation to accomplish, and then start to build out what your presentation needs to include. Okay? And go.